I'm back. So the light over there is wait, where is it? You see right there? I didn't realize. I was trying to figure out what that was for, but that light right there, um I didn't realize that was what controlled the internet. So now it's blue. It's blue and it's they must have fixed it. It's now blue and it's the internet is working pretty fast and perfect now. You know, so I'm glad I used under 600 megabytes of my regular phone data. So it's like, well, due to my circumstance, that's the reason why I ate Domino's. But I ate leftovers earlier, just the 3 slices of pizza, and I had the little small cup of pears. Excuse me. So well, the I'm thankful and glad I have at least a little bit of support. You know, a few people, supporting me and helping me out with my short stories and stuff. And so this is the most that I've worked on my short stories. Like a while back I would work on a short story or so like once every now and then. But there have sometimes where I would work on like between 3 and 4 short stories in one day. But wow, I know I have the big fiction book and a big nonfiction book that I would need to work on. But if I would have had another big fiction book, like an actual novel to work on, um, I wonder what would it be like if I would have had one big fat novel and wrote about the themes of like targeted individuals, gang stalking, the Christian living lifestyle, homelessness, narcissistic abuse, everything rolled in one. I've had some short stories with all those themes rolled up in once. So I don't know, just random thinking, but I worked on 2 of my 5 skits that I wanted to work on. Oh, what about another topic? Okay. So, I just been putting lately I've been just putting my writings on my blog and the Ko-fi thing. But the Ko-fi website, I've been, I put a few little pictures and a video up, but the main thing I plan to use the Ko-fi thing for is my fiction short stories. I didn't even put my nonfiction ebooks on Ko-fi, but I just put the fiction stuff on there. But my blog, you know, I feel like I got enough freedom and liberty to, just post anything. But I feel like, well, the way my blog is set up, I feel like can't nobody take that away from me. you know, and I'm glad that the perps can't send me harassing comments on my blog or they can't send me harassing comments on my on the Ko-fi website either. So I'm glad I'm getting a little bit of support, but I understand that most people, you know, they're not really interested. But it seems like nowadays people don't appreciate, like, you see these paintings on the wall, or these framed paintings. People used to have more interest in other people's artwork. I wonder if it's due to selfishness nowadays. People used to be more excited about other and be supportive about other people's artwork and creativity. And so back then there used to be a market. I mean, whatever market set up, that if a person was selling, let's see, hear that? Noise harassment. Speaking of that, I had a video that was clearly noise harassment from the paramedics, and guess what? I accidentally deleted it with the other videos. I just realized that once I heard that loud bass music. I hate when I do that. It's rare, but I made that mistake of accidentally deleting um other videos. But you hear that? Noise harassment. So I kind of lost my train of thought. But I know that the perps wanted to be that way. That they wanted to try to make it like as if nobody should be supportive and stuff. And they get mad when a person does support me. They get mad. And and then, so I mean, what I was trying to say, now I remember what I was trying to say. I was trying to say that look at this. Well, I was trying to say that back in the 80s, back in the 80s and 90s, if somebody, like, handmade and authentic stuff was more appreciated back then than now, and anything creative or artistic or whatever. But nowadays people turn their nose up at you and complain about, if say, for example, if you were selling handmade t-shirts, or if you designed it yourself and you're selling it, people will not want to buy it and say, that's too overpriced or whatever. But the corporations have taken over independent businesses, and people will rather trust what's popular and mega and big and corporate nowadays, which is fake. They would rather support that than somebody's hard-earned work or whatever. But one thing I don't like is that somebody's selling fruit or whatever at the farmer's market, and then if I go to their booth and try to support them and buy some fruits or vegetables or whatever, and then they get rude and treat me like a pest. And those are the ones that are popular and well liked. But if I go and their stuff would be cheaper, but then if I go to somebody's booth that their booth is overpriced, but they're nice and all smiles and humble and everything. And whatever food they have is not as good quality as the the other person who was just, the popular rude person. Excuse me, at the farmers market. But I remember in my hometown, New Orleans, they had I think he was a light skinned black man with glasses, and I didn't. He had that Masonic look too, but didn't understand, the gang stalking, or I didn't even know if he was an actual Mason or whatever. But I would wonder why he would have an attitude and shoo me away and refuse to sell me goat meat for no reason. He would sell the goat meat and goat milk and a few other things I can't remember, but um I don't know why he treated me mean, but he wasn't the only one, cuz even in Los Angeles I heard certain, people who acted a certain kind of funny and weird and rude when I try to go to farmers markets. But it's funny how the people who are rude and popular and well liked, I mean, the rude people who are rude and fake, they're more popular and well liked, and their business thrives and succeeds and expands and everything. And you wonder, how did they get such success? But then the people who treat their customers like shit get the most popularity. But the people who are humble and nice and all smiles, and they don't scam, get over on, or cheat on anybody. It's like, it seems like their business might last 2 weeks or less. And so I had a hard time trying to understand that. And they had a lot of people in Los Angeles who try to, when I was living in Los Angeles, they would try to run a business, and then it couldn't be successful or couldn't stay successful, and then they were forced to shut it down because they weren't getting any business or making any sales or anything. So but it's crazy how this world operates, you know, about how basically the wicked get to live a life more comfortable than they need to. And but then again, you hear about how they're rich and miserable and unhappy. But people who, try to work hard honestly and reap the fruits of their labor, some people say that those people are the more, the happier ones. And back then people used to work hard and work honestly. But nowadays, you know, and people got paid for their honest work. But nowadays, people get ahead by doing crooked things, and if their job is easier, after doing something crooked. But I'm trying to experiment with writing and trying to get my work out there, and with my creativity. And I mean, I was trying to figure out in 2019, when I was homeless in New Orleans, my hometown, before I came here. I was trying to scramble around and try to figure out what can I do And I mean, I wish I would have known then. And I said before, I wish I would have known then that in 2017 and 18, when I had my own place, I probably could have done cooking YouTube videos demonstrating cooking and get it monetized. And I mean, I wish I would have known how I mean, I wish I would have known about that. But then, it's like, but then again, if me being targeted, if I would have tried to do a YouTube video, then the gang stalking neighbors would probably wait till I'm trying to do that video to demonstrate cooking. They would do that. They would use that as an opportunity to, you know, create a noise campaign on purpose to shut me down and stop me. And then people will think I'm crazy or that I'm the problem or something is wrong with me. you know. So, anyway, well, I wanted to say that with that blue light right there, I don't really pay attention during the day, but I was wondering why during the daytime, when I upload videos, they upload much faster than at night. And then when nighttime comes, the light occasionally switches back and forth between green and blue. But I never saw it red until earlier today, and it was blinking green and red. So, I don't know why I have this subconscious feeling that with my writing, I have this subconscious feeling like as if I'm doing something I ain't got no business, or like I'm doing something wrong, and the perps want to try to force me to quit writing, even if it's the fiction stuff. Um, but I had a couple more little supporters on Ko-fi as well, and see on Buy Me a Coffee. I don't know how much support I could have gotten, or if I could have gotten any support, because I had that one post, and because of me working and stuff, was the reason why I didn't have time to I didn't have spare time to work on any writings or anything like that. And then I mean, but I guess on weekends I will work on some writing. But I would like when I would try to work and stuff, I had that one post and Buy Me a Coffee. I mean, I showed y'all the harassment and abuse and outright threats and stuff like that. What happened? But now on Ko-fi, the only people who can comment are my people who supported me. So on Buy Me a Coffee, I mean, the owner, Buy Me a Coffee website, the owner is an asshole for not for not allowing a block button for to block people harassing. But I think I heard Ko-fi came first, but Buy Me a Coffee supposedly is more popular, I guess, or more successful. And I still kind of don't remember how I stumbled upon those websites, but I found them both in the same day, but I found Ko-fi first, and then later on, I found Buy Me a Coffee like maybe a couple of minutes later. So Yeah, they basically, the people running Buy Me a Coffee, they don't care about, they don't really care about people being harassed and stuff. And I have a right to be able to put my work on these platforms. But the perps just want it. They try to get in wherever they have an opening to harass and make harsh abusive comments, and try to make me feel worthless and useless and stuff. And it's like they want to formulate their words to the point where they try to make you feel worthless and useless and worthless and hopeless enough that they're trying to get you to commit suicide. And then they get even more angry when I put up a wall and when I try to protect my mental health and still continue to try to thrive and try to survive and try to do it. Now that I know what this program is about, and the same people who were harassing me were the same people who act like they want to try to offer me deals to sell out and become a perp like them. And then the harassment gets worse, the abuse gets worse, and the destruction gets worse, and the sabotage gets worse after I keep rejecting their offers. As you can see, they don't want us targeted individuals to do our own thing. They want to control us, and they want us to make money their way, the crooked way. So while you nitpicking and pointing, Candy's doing this wrong, Candy's saying this wrong, and she's breaking the law, and she's doing this, but then you want to try to get me to perp and prostitute, or you want me to participate in drug trafficking, or you want me to participate in human trafficking of others, and you think I'm crazy for refusing to participate in something like that. So if you break big laws, but you criminalize me for a Chilean sea bass dinner that I bought for with my own paycheck, my own work paycheck. I got condemned by perps, who won't respect boundaries or mind their own business. Because, like, how can you talk about you breaking the law or you're collecting money? You cannot collect money fraudulently. And I'm like, well, because, like, how are you going to say that me having a GoFundMe is trying to collect money fraudulently while you sitting there threatening me and I'm going to do this to you, I'm going to do that to you. And I mean, my the PsychWorld35 at gmail.com email, like that email, I can receive emails, but I can't send emails to nobody. And that wasn't until after J Demon Rotten shit, after she emailed me against my consent and got my email. And how did she get a hold of my email and my phone number without she got a hold of my email and my phone number without my permission, and I damn sure didn't give it to her. But when she tried to harass me via my phone and I blocked her number, I blocked all contact with her and everything. So, but I screenshot everything, all her threats and harassment. And I haven't heard from her ever since then. She left me alone eventually, finally. But with that email, it seems like as if she tried to tell me my boyfriend. I have a boyfriend who's a hacker, and she straight up told me that she has a boyfriend who's a hacker. And once she got a hold of that email, then I haven't been able to. I mean, I can receive, but can't send emails. And when I try to send emails, nobody responds anymore. So maybe she must have hacked my email or had that boyfriend hack my email. And I'm like, this is unwanted contact of you violating my boundaries, disrespecting and harassing me. After I've told you numerous times to leave me alone, but they won't stop. But then, it's a crime to threaten people and say you're gonna kill them, or that you're gonna bash my face in concrete, or you threaten to shoot me, you threaten to kill me, or you threaten to come all the way down from Atlanta, Georgia to Pensacola, Florida, and come find me and kill me and stuff like that. But then you talk about me breaking the law. But I can't even go to the police because the police don't care. So y'all gang stalkers, y'all just commit whatever crime y'all can get away with, because if y'all were caught and held accountable, then you will humble yourselves and stop it and leave us alone. And then it's bad enough that targeted individuals bully and abuse each other in the so-called TI community. That, if they start a false rumor saying you're a perp when you're actually a legit TI, and then you get dragged by the whole community and stumped on and bullied and abused, and then you get even more abused for even talking about it, or more people separate themselves from you, or think you're just negative and a drama queen or whatever. But this video about to shut off. I'll see y'all.